You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
It's time for playoff baseball, and it's all right here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. Number 8 seed Beaver Dam plays host to number 9 seed Cedarburg as they share the stage in a regional semifinal. Corey Sparks, happy to be here with you alongside Justin Wilkey and Jack Wilkey back at the studios for a battle between a pair of teams looking for a ticket to Hartford this upcoming Thursday, so tomorrow, to play the number 1 seed in their sectional. This game was scheduled for 22 hours ago. Supposed to be 7 p.m. yesterday, but rain came in, the field conditions suffered a bit. Jeff Eberle was able to recover everything, and just like that, the field is ready for playing a day later. So again, these two teams, 8-9 matchup, looking for a ticket to Hartford. That would be revenge for Beaver Dam, as they lost to Hartford in the sectional final last year by a score of 4-1 in extra innings. High school sports on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN are presented by Columbus Family Dental and Hometown Glass and Improvement, as well as the Beaver Dam Unified School District, McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, Home and Auto, the Park Village Shopping Center, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Landmark Credit Union, Preferred Dental Partners, and Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly. Be sure to stay up to date with Beaver Dam Unified School District at bdusd.org and follow them on both Facebook and Instagram at Beaver Dam USD. The Beaver Dam Unified School District, talented students and exceptional staff. Our school communities have earned 27 Wisconsin School of Recognition Awards, 4 top-ranking recognitions by the U.S. News and World Reports, and 3 National Blue Ribbon Awards for excellence. The Beaver Dam Unified School District, where small-town connections and values meet big-town resources and opportunities. Learn more about your child joining our BD fam by visiting our website at www.bdusd.org, or you can schedule an appointment for a visit by calling this number, 920-885-7300. Folks, we'll step aside for a 4-minute break, and then you will hear from Beaver Dam baseball head coach Nate Wilkey on a game that should have happened yesterday but got moved to today. So his response on the weather, the matchup ahead, and much more here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly and Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggley.com.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Chris Kladowski, Kladowski Real Estate. As a realtor, there is such joy in driving past one of our clients' houses that is now the place they call home. Be it a first-time home buyer, a relocation to our community, or someone upsizing or downsizing. We are passionate about the place you call home and meeting your wants and needs each step of the way. We sell the houses, you make it a home. Questions? Give us a call, 920-219-9212. Kladowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
For every, where's the grocery list? I'll go to the store.
So you'll fill up my car on the way home?
Moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, it's a Landmark moment, and Landmark Credit Union is here to help. With free checking accounts that offer you the choice of getting paid dividends on your balance or earning rewards points on your purchases. Opening an account is fast and simple and gives you access to Credit Hub, powered by Savvy Money, which shows your credit score so you can keep your finances healthy. Landmark Credit Union. Visit landmarkcu.com, insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
The Beaver Dam baseball team getting ready for their playoff opener against Cedarburg on Tuesday night under the lights. 7 o'clock first pitch on Daily Dodge TV as we bring in head coach Nate Wilkey. Coach, team got a big win against Thomas More to end the year. Do you feel like your teams are ready for a postseason run?
I hope so. We've been saying all year that we've got a lot of talent on the team, and the ability to do some special things. And I think it was a great game against a really good team, and we just kind of played solid baseball, had good pitching, and good defense and timely hitting, and that's kind of what we've been saying we need all year. So hopefully that continues onto the regionals and beyond. Coach, your team, you finished up at 500. You've had teams as well in the past that have finished up right around this area, and you've been able to get it going in the postseason. Is there something teams do? Do you think there's something about Beaver Dam baseball that kind of gets them playing their best ball once the second season starts? I think, your goal is to obviously keep getting better as the season goes on. And I think we've done that. And, we've got kind of a young team this year, and, they've, kind of developed and stuff as years gone by. And, we play a very tough non-conference schedule. So I think that kind of really has always prepared us for the tournament and stuff. So hopefully, this year we've got Cedarburg, and, like I said, hopefully we get on a roll here and win some games. Coach, Cedarburg, a team coming out of the North Shore Conference. I think they finished 500 in the North Shore Conference. But just what are your thoughts on Cedarburg when you saw that was going to be the draw? Well, we were kind of fighting for that 8 and 9 seed. We kind of knew that the two of our teams would kind of be in that spot. So, we were glad to get a home game out of it. We know they play a good conference. At North Shore is a good conference, and they've got Hartford and Whitefish Bay and stuff. So we know they've got good competition. And we sent a guy to watch their game last week, so we get a little bit of information on their their hitters and stuff, and who we expect to see pitching. So kind of a team, like I said, similar to us, 500, and hopefully we play a good game and beat them. Do you like seeing a team that's fresh when you get to the postseason, or sometimes you end up getting paired up with a team maybe you've seen in the regular season, or a conference opponent, just the way the seedings drop now? Do you like the intrigue of preparing for the unknown, because it goes both ways? Yeah, I think that, we, like I said, we don't know much about them and they don't know much about us. So it's kind of, the advantage would be, certain things that we do, that they're not so familiar with, seeing us versus, you go to a conference game where, you try to do like different pickoff moves and different coverages and stuff, and that they're aware of what you're going to do. So yeah, it'll be fun. And it's always kind of fun to play a team. As far as I remember, I don't think we've ever played Cedarburg before. So should be a good game. Coach, under the lights as well. The lights are installed to have a playoff game under the lights. Just got to be excited for that. Yeah, it was kind of something, when they you kind of choose when you want to play. So then, initially I thought, well, that'd kind of neat to have a night game just with it'd be a fun atmosphere, playoff atmosphere, and then underneath the lights. And then as we kind of talked about more with our AD, we knew that the girls then played at 5 o'clock. So we're just thinking with parking and, even having the crowd, go from the girls game over to our game, hopefully it should be a really kind of a neat atmosphere.
All right, Coach, keys to the game if you want to advance to the regional final.
Well, we just have to play the way we're capable of playing. Like I said, we hopefully, I think Jeffrey Freund will start on the mound for us, and he's just got to throw strikes like he's been doing, and then we have to hit the ball well and not have errors. We've kind of been shot ourselves in the foot quite a bit this year, where we let a inning turn into a huge inning with maybe an error or some type of miscue, and so we just have to avoid that. And I think I like our chances. We've got a good team, and if we put it all together, I think we're tough to beat.
That's the Nate Wilkey Show for today, Coach. I appreciate the time and good luck.
Yep, thanks, Wade.
It's Beaver Dam and Cedarburg Tuesday night on Daily Dodge TV.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just the ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, Whoa, I digress. The team of cost cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
You're watching the Daily Dodge pregame show.
Beaver Dam and Cedarburg on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam. A regional semifinal matchup. A reminder, sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends. It's part of the community you live in. Respect, character, dignity, and leading by example. That's why Rural Mutual Insurance has been a proud sponsor of the WIAA Sportsmanship Award since it started 60 years ago. From baseball and softball to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It also celebrates sportsmanship in your community. Visit www.ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how our team and your community can partner to be true champions. The pregame show, Wade Bates was talking with Coach Wilkey about under the lights, the fact that you could have a primetime environment now at this field. While that is true, it can't happen today as we have a 5 p.m. start. That was the plan, 7 p.m. start yesterday. Mother Nature had other ideas. So these two teams get set to go toe-to-toe. We'll go over starting lineups. We'll begin with Cedarburg. Owen Brezovar leads off with Sam Moses and Elliot Wells following. Colin Ayler hits cleanup. Graham Nowak and Damon Lonstein hit 5th and 6th. Mason Schultz, Carter Lator, and Sam Kriskowski make up the bottom third for a Cedarburg Bulldogs team that's 13-13 and comes into the playoffs as a 9 seed against Beaver Dam being the hosting 8 seed in round 1. Kyle Peterson is their skipper. This is his 6th season. Interestingly enough, Coach Wilkey said these two teams he doesn't think have ever faced off. Couldn't find anything in the archives. He knows in his tenure they haven't played one another before. 11-11 is Beaver Dam. Finished 5th out of 8 teams in the Badger Large. Cedarburg coming out of the North Shore. The Golden Beavers take the field. White bottoms, black tops, green lettering and numbering, and that golden trim. And then for Cedarburg, the Bulldogs, white bottoms, cream tops, dark navy lettering and numbering, and their orange trim with the Bulldog logo bridged across the top of the brim.
Doing the catching this evening for Beaver Dam, number 25, Brad Wendor.
And now we'll keep it here for the national anthem.
We ask that everyone please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Beaver Dam and Cedarburg taking the field. Cedarburg's starting lineup one more time. Owen Brezovar leading off with that team best 19 walks. Sam Moses, Elliot Wells behind him. Middle third, Colin Ehlers, Graham Nowak, and Damon Lonstein. Bottom third, Mason Schultz, Sam Kriskowski, and Ethan Paulson. Beaver Dam out in the outfield, left to right. Jarek Westover, Boston Damon, Parker Blank. Left side of the infield, Seaford and Bryant. Right side, Julka and Shave over at first. Brad Wendorf catching balls and strikes for Jeffrey Freund. Freund, you could argue, the most consistent pitcher for this team all year. Eli Bryant obviously in the rotation as well, the Division I recruit to Kent State. We know about the low 90s fastball, the power, the prowess, but Freund, here's his line. Through 10 appearances and 4 starts, he's 4-3 over the course of 34 innings pitched. How about this line? 46 strikeouts to just 12 walks. Calm, cool, collected. As Nate Wilkey put it simply, he throws strikes. And that's something that you need on the mound when the season's on the line. Freund, one of a few honorees for Beaver Dam across the Badger Large Conference. He was named second team all Badger Large. He is leading off for Beaver Dam on offense as well, hitting north of 350. There's one Swiss Army knife on this team, it would likely be Freund as he gets the baseball with the season on the line. And not to mention, just last week, he slammed the door with 2 scoreless, hitless innings in the last game of the regular season in a 4-3 victory over St. Thomas More. Fastball the primary, he'll occasionally go curveball if he gets ahead in the count as well. 2 teams that have not seen each other yet until today, and only one can leave with that ticket to Hartford. Beaver Dam, white bottoms, black tops. Green lettering and numbering with gold trim, and for Cedarburg, cream tops and bottoms, orange lettering and numbering in the navy trim. Here's Owen Brezovar stepping in from the right side. Freund gets set, 68 degrees and sunny, much different from yesterday's weather. The rock step and delivery, first pitch, crowd's up and in for a ball to make it 1-0. So Freund, while he did pitch in Beaver Dam's last game, we're talking about a game that was 8 days ago. He, along with the rest of the rotation, has plenty of rest. 1-0 from a lefty. Spikes in the dirt for a ball, make it 2-0 on Brezovar. Brezovar hitting .271, 12 RBI this season. 2-0 from Freund. Middle for a strike on the fastball. He works back. Jeffrey, not someone who works from behind in the count very often. Has some of the best command in the conference. 2-1. Balloons up high, letter high, and it's a ball. 3-1 hitters count for Brezovar. Coming off an 0-for-3 performance. He did strike out in the regular season finale for Cedarburg. 3-1. Taken outer half for a strike. Patience, the name of the game for the leadoff man in Owen Brezovar. Again, he's seeking a team best 20 walks, already at 19. Long stare in from Freund. Payoff pitch. It's tailed to shallow right field, and it drops in front of Parker Blank for a leadoff single. Just about everything you want from a leadoff hitter there. Working a longer at bat, not swinging out of his shoes, and ultimately getting on base. That's the important part, right? Here's Sam Moses stepping in from a left side, lefty-lefty matchup. Has all 4 of his team's home runs, and how about a .461 batting average? First pitch to him. Fouled off down the left side. It rocks off the chains to make it 0-1. Moses, the starting pitcher for the Bulldogs today as well. Long stare at first from Freund. He comes home. Curveball. Flies over the head of Moses for ball 1. Wendorf was able to leap up and snatch that one out of the air. Even count here. Freund comes set. 1-1. Misses low and away into the other batter's box for ball 2. So Moses, again, hitting .461, team best 4 home runs, all 4 of the Bulldogs' home runs going to the powerful lefty. And 20 RBI. 2-1 from Freund. Crowd's up and in for a ball. Moses backing away from that at the last second. 3-1 hitters count. Patient approach from the first 2 hitters. 3-1, middle, Moses swipes through it for strike 2. Took a home run swing there. Quite the last 24 hours. This field today and the field yesterday looking much, much different. Got a couple of inches of rain. And time called by the home plate umpire. Yesterday, gross, high 50s. Raining throughout the afternoon. Field conditions poor. Complete opposite. Payoff pitch. Wave and a miss. Jeffrey Freund sits down Moses. And it's 1 down. Freund keeping a close eye on Brezovar over at first. Leadoff man, again, does have a team best 8 stolen bases. Here's Elliott Wells stepping in and taking the first pitch down low for a ball. Freund having the advantage of being a lefty, always has one eye on first. 1-0 count, 1 down, man on first. Freund comes home. This one tails to right field, going into foul territory. Blank loses the hat, but it doesn't matter. It's a long strike 1. Parker Blank goes to retrieve his cap and steps back into his usual spot in right field. Infield playing back, just trying to keep everything in front of him. 1-1 count, 1 down. Freund comes home, and just kidding, he flips over to first. Elliott Wells, the righty, a junior, coming off an 0-for-3 performance. Long stare at first from Freund. He comes home. Wave and a miss for strike 2. Wells took a big cut underneath that one. One, 2. Fouled off, straight back off the chains. Nice job by Freund after giving up that leadoff single and having to fight from behind in the count. Striking out Moses, and now he's in the driver's seat against Wells. Runner going, 1-2, misses low and in. There is no throw. Brezovar with his team best 9th stolen base this season. He's only been caught once. Oh, and they're saying that caught the zone. So Wells goes down looking, and it's 2 down, but there is a man in scoring position over at second. There's Colin Ehlers stepping in from the right side. He takes a letter-high fastball for strike 1. Freund checks back on second, comes home, 0-1. Peppers a curveball in there for strike 2. Ehlers, the RBI king on this team. He has a team best 25. So man on second, top of the first. We're scoreless between Cedarburg and Beaver Dam. 2 down, 0-2. Wave and a miss on a ball up high. Freund establishing leverage those last 2 at-bats. He works around the leadoff single. We're scoreless after half a frame. The Beavers step up to the plate when we come back on 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam and Daily Dodge TV.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roads. Whether you're an athlete or spectator, control your drive on the roads to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed, don't be reckless. 0 in Wisconsin. Together we can save lives. Got muscle? Athletes of all levels are in need to train and build muscle and rebuild and repair muscle after they practice and compete. Containing 13 nutrients, white and low-fat chocolate milks, high-quality protein. Offers athletes an edge over traditional sports and other protein drinks. That's why so many professional athletes include milk as a core part of their training diet and recommend milk for aspiring athletes as well. Learn more at GonnaNeedMilk.com. Benny the Beaver up here. He was supporting the softball team yesterday. They were down 5-1 to Oshkosh West heading into the bottom of the 6th, and then a little history happened. An 8 spot. They put up 8 runs to go up 9-5, eventually won that sectional semifinal 9-6. They'll face off against a familiar foe in Watertown at Oshkosh North tomorrow at 5. Beaver Dam looking to go on to their final of their own for baseball, looking for a regional final appearance against Hartford. Here's how they line up on offense. 1, 2, and 3 is Jeffrey Freund, Boston Damon, and the Kent State recruit, and Eli Bryant with a team best 6 home runs and 24 RBI. Middle third is Zach Shave, Jarek Westover, and Jake Julka, who's 7 for 9 during his 4-game hitting streak. Brandon Morrissey, Parker Blank, who was just elevated from JV, and Ashton Seifert, the bottom third for the Beavers. 11-11, coached by Nate Wilkey, a team that's been picking up steam as of late. They've won 3 of their last 4 after starting the season at 3-6. Nowak, Wells, Schultz, left to right field. Left side of the infield, Ehlers, Lonstein, Kriskowski, and Paulson at second and first base. Brezovar catching balls and strikes for Sam Moses. Jeff Freund steps in for Beaver Dam against a pitcher in Moses who is 4-2 with a 1.51 earned run average. 50 strikeouts to 21 walks in just 42 innings pitched. 2 pitchers who don't make a whole lot of mistakes. Meeting here in the bottom of the first as Freund steps in from the right side. Long stare in from Moses. The righty comes home. Hard ground ball to short. Fielded on a forehand by Lonstein. Gotta hurry. Gets it to first, but Freund beats it out. Jeffrey Freund, infield single. That ball rolled over to short, but in slow fashion. You wonder, the field's dry, but, I mean, did rain a decent amount yesterday. Maybe the grass caught that ball a little more than it otherwise would have. All that rain this area has been getting the last few days. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 single. Freund is on. Here's Boston Damon from the right side. So Cedarburg kicks things off with a leadoff single, and Beaver Dam returns the favor. Runner out first, nobody down. Moses keeping a close eye, and he comes home. Pitch crowds up inside. Damon was showing bunt, and he had to back away from it, but fouled it off in a self-defense type of fashion. Make it 0-1. So 0-1. Nobody down, scoreless here, bottom one, in a regional semifinal matchup between the Bulldogs and the Golden Beavers. Oh, 1. Up and in again on Damon, who shows bunt and pulls that one back to make it 1-1. Moses making it no secret that he doesn't want Damon to lay down this bunt and play small ball. Infield, playing at a normal depth, pickoff attempt over to first, and Freund dives in just in time. The throw beat him. Paulson wasn't able to swipe that tag down in time. Freund does have 9 stolen bases. He's only been caught once. Moses back on the mound, focusing on Damon. 1-1. Crowds up and in again. That one was near the head of Boston Damon. He ducked out of the way. 2-1. All 3 pitches have been up and inside. Two 1 for Moses. Bunt shown again. That one's up and in, but it's fouled off. And with 2 strikes, likely a scenario where Damon's going to pull the bat back and start to swing. Freund getting a much more modest lead over at first. Just a couple of paces away after almost being picked off. 2-2. Swing and a miss on a slider outer half for out number 1. Damon goes down swinging. Here's the powerhouse in Eli Bryant. Home run leader on this team. Had 1 home run in his first 2 years on the team. Has 6 this year. Runner on first. 1 down, the pitch. A chopper down the left side, and it rolls into the Bulldogs dugout for strike 1. Bryant, last Tuesday, scored the walk-off winning run on a wild pitch. 0-1. Wave and a miss for strike 2. Fastball up high. Bryant, a .377 hitter as well. First team All-Badger large for the 3rd year in a row. Moses stares at first, 0-2. One fouled off. Up and over the fencing down the right side. Rolls all the way over to the Beaver Dam track, a couple 100 feet away from the stadium here. And Bryant in that game last Tuesday, the 4-3 victory in the regular season finale, went 0 for 3, walked once, and then came around to score that game-winning run. Moses steps off, he resets on the mound. Runner on first, 0-2 count, 1 out. Pitch, fouled off again. End of the bat, Eli laid on it, but got a piece. Bright orange bat for Bryant, who rests the bat over his right shoulder. Open stance towards short, another check on first. Moses, a softer throw, just reminding Freund that he's there. Oh, 2. Wave and a miss. Slider low and away again. And 2 down via the strikeout. So Cedarburg in the top of the first got a leadoff single from Brezovar, and then Freund struck out the next 3 to end the inning. Now Beaver Dam, bottom of the first. Freund, leadoff single, and 2 strikeouts in a row. Zach Shave going to try and break the trend. First pitch to him. It's a strike, middle, runner going. The throw skips in, and Freund just gets under it. Freund, a team best 10 stolen bases this season. That's another thing that happened in the top of the first. Brezovar did steal second before being stranded. 2 down, runner in scoring position. 0-1. Fouled up and over the fence. That one hit the football scoreboard. Zach Shave got a decent piece of that one. It was a 2024 Badger large honorable mention. One of a few on this team to get the conference recognition. Shave pauses and steps out of the batter's box. Walks back in from the right side. Runner on second, 2 down, 0-2 count. Moses comes home. This one's fouled off, straight back off the fencing again. Shave has played the majority of his time this year on the right side, either right field, first base, second base, caught a couple games. 0-2 for Moses again. Skips in. Brezovar drops to his knees and blocks it with his chest. Freund frozen over at second. Ball 1. Moses gets the sign, 1-2. High chopper, right side, Paulson fields it on 2 hops and takes it himself for out number 3. Leadoff single stranded, top of the first. Same story, bottom of the first. We head to the top of the second between Beaver Dam and Cedarburg. All scoreless here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
5, 6, and 7 in the batting order, due up for the Cedarburg Bulldogs. We are scoreless after 1, top of the second here at the Beaver Dam High School baseball diamond. A diamond that looks a lot better than it did yesterday when we had constant rain. Had quite the weather here in Dodge County the last week. Last Wednesday, tornado warning, thunderstorm warning, just about everything. Had some hail, winds north of 60 to 70 miles an hour. Then yesterday, some thunderstorm warnings in the area, but nothing here. Just a constant drizzle that, as Coach Wilkey described, made the outfield pretty soft. Infield was like soup at one point. Looks a lot better now. Graham Nowak, Damon Lonstein, and Mason Schultz due up for the Bulldogs. Heading into this game at an even 13-13. Went 6-12 in the North Shore. Meaning they were 7-1 in non-conference play. The North Shore, a strong conference. Hartford led the way this year and took the title at 17-1. Freund's first pitch catches the lower half for a strike on Nowak. Hartford 17-1. Nicolay over there at 15-3. Slinger 11-7. Whitefish Bay up there as well. So the Cedarburg team, as Nowak takes a ball up and away, make it 1-1. They're battle tested in a tough 10-team conference in the North Shore. Mostly teams around the Milwaukee area. 1-1 from a lefty and Freund. Hard ground ball to short. It's a roller to Bryant. He fields it on a backhand, fires to first, and gets the base runner by about 2 steps for out number 1. You could say the same thing about Beaver Dam, being battle tested as well in the Badger Large. Monona Grove spearheaded that conference from wire to wire. They finished at 12-2, but one of their 2 losses was to Beaver Dam. It's Damon Lonstein. He stares at ball 1. Outside as the righty steps back in. 1-0 from Freund. Carbon copy of the first pitch, and it's 2-0. Lonstein, 250 hitter with 8 RBI and 23 runs. Coming off one of his better performances last week. 2-0. Peppers the outer half for a strike. Lonstein steps all the way out of the circle to recollect himself. It's 2-1. Lonstein went 2 for 3, scored 2 of the team's 3 runs, and was one of 2 players on the Bulldogs with multiple hits. 2-1. Misses neck high to make it 3-1. It's a Cedarburg team that, like Beaver Dam, got out of the gates slow. They started 2-5. 3-1 from Freund. Wave and a miss. Lonstein went golfing there. That was near the shoe level. Make it 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way. Cedarburg started out 2-5, finished the season winning 3 in a row in 4 of their last 5. Payoff pitch. Wave and a miss. He went golfing not once but twice. And 2 up, 2 down for Freund. He's retired 5 straight. That's his 4th strikeout already. Mason Schultz steps up next. From the right side. Black batting helmet, hot pink bat. It's neon almost. Freund starts him off with a curveball. First time we've seen that to start an at-bat off, and it's 0-1. Schultz, one of those guys elevated during the year. Started off on JV, earned some playing time. 0-1. Misses low and outside to make it 1-1. And Schultz has taken advantage of the opportunity in 46 at-bats. He's got 14 hits, good for a .304 batting average. 1-1 from Freund. Curveball again, strike 2. He drops it knee high. Schultz was the other one of those 2 players to record multiple hits. Head-high fastball, misses for ball 2. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Schultz went 2 for 3 in the regular season finale. 2-2 from Freund. Schultz just gets a piece of the 3rd curveball of this at-bat. Keep himself alive. As time called. Schultz digs that right foot into the right-handed batter's box. Fixes his stance. Freund comes home. Wave and a miss. 6 straight retired after the leadoff single given up in the first, and 5 of those strikeouts for Jeffrey Freund. Scoreless between Cedarburg and Beaver Dam. Bottom of the second when we come back on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN.
American drivers overpay an average of $368 per year on their auto insurance. Why? Because, well, insurance is hard. It's complicated. It's time-consuming to get quotes from multiple companies, so we overpay. Or we call Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Make one call and receive a quote from a great company like Auto Owners Insurance. The team at Richards Insurance will literally do all the work for you. So if you could be saving money each month with an Auto Owners Insurance policy, you'll know about it. How much will you save with Richards Insurance? To find out, call Richards Insurance or stop in at 123 North Spring Street, downtown Beaver Dam. With offices in Columbus, Watertown, West Bend, and Oshkosh. With over 50 employees and hundreds of years insurance experience across 5 offices, you'll get full-service counseling with no obligation. Your auto owner's insurance carrier is Richards Insurance in Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Welcome back to the Beaver Dam High School Baseball Diamond. It's Cedarburg and Beaver Dam. We are scoreless through an inning and a half as we enter the bottom of the second. It's Jarek Westover, Jake Jolka, who is on a heater right now, 7 for 9 during his 4-game hitting streak, and Brandon Morrissey, 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Due up against Sam Moses, who worked around a leadoff single by Jeffrey Freund in the first, before going strikeout, strikeout, and soft ground out to the first baseman in Paulson. Westover, the lefty, steps in. A mini huddle over at the pitcher's mound. It's Moses, who has been lights out this season at 4-2 with a 1.51 ERA. Looks to keep it chugging. Again, with the postponement from this game being originally scheduled for yesterday. Whoever wins this has to go to Hartford a day from now. Back-to-back games. They go into somebody else's house, and a powerhouse is Hartford. First pitch to Jarek Westover. It's a two-seamer that misses low and outside in the other batter's box for ball one. One hit apiece between these two teams so far. 1-0. Fastball fouled off near the knees. Westover faces a 1-1 count. The crew chief goes over to Moses to hand him a new ball. Westover went 1 for 4 with a pair of strikeouts in the regular season finale. He's also working on a 4-game hitting streak. It's a Badger Large honorable mention for 2024, the junior. 1-1. Fastball knee high, but way off the plate for ball two. 2-1 for Moses, misses outside again. That's been where the miss has been so far. On righties, it's inside. Westover, the southpaw, with flames on his bat, has seen a lot of misses to the outside. 3-1 hitters count the pitch. Clips the outer edge for strike two. Westover was about 5 feet on his way over to first. Payoff pitch on the way for Moses. And 3-2. Misses off the plate, not by much. Leadoff walk for Jarek Westover. Someone who's been disciplined all year long. 15 walks to 16 strikeouts. He's kept those two figures pretty even. And here's the hottest hitter in the lineup right now, and Jake Julka. 7 for his last 9. With a runner on first and nobody down here in the bottom of the second. Quick check on first. Westover dives in head first and beats the throw. Julka will go over his last 4 games in a little bit. First pitch, taken low and inside. Westover caught off the bag, the throw in just late. 1-0 on Julka, who's gone 2 for 3 with a run scored. 2 for 2 with an RBI, 2 for 3 with a pair of RBI, and 1 for 1 with a run scored and a walk. That's been his last 4 games. A tough out from the right side. 1-0 shows bunt on a ball that spikes in the dirt for ball 2. Brezovar, you can tell he's fundamentally sound behind the plate. Kept everything in front of himself so far. Nothing has skipped too far out to the left or to the right. 2-0, Julka shows bunt on a fastball that tails up and in, and it's 3-0. Hitters count. Westover's on first after drawing a walk already, and here is a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit between Brezovar and Moses. Lasts all of about 2 or 3 seconds. Julka flips the bat over his shoulder twice and gets set. 3-0 count with a runner on first, nobody down. Beaver Dam dugout getting loud. Another throw to first. And Westover gets back in plenty of time. Bunt shown again. Ball misses up and in. And that's better than a sacrifice bunt. Back-to-back walks, station to station. Beaver Dam has runners on first and second.
Now batting for Beaver Dam is the DH, number 6, Brandon Morrissey.
Walks not much of an issue for Moses. 21 walks given up in 42 innings heading into today. It's Brandon Morrissey stepping in from a left side. Flips the bat over his shoulder a couple times and holds it straight vertical before tucking in. He shows bunt, pokes that down the left side towards the third baseman and Ehlers. And it fades into foul territory about 45 feet down the line. Morrissey, an everyday starter for the last couple of years. junior outfielder. He's DHing today. Oh, 1 count on him. Westover in scoring position over at second. Jolka at first with a walk as well. 0-1, bunt shown again. That ball splits the legs of Brezovar, and both runners advance. Westover to third, Jolka to second. First wild pitch we've seen. One and one on Morrissey. Big spot for the junior. Bottom of the second, nobody down, runners on second and third. Golden Beavers looking to draw first blood. And Morrissey calls time. Steps back in, crowding that plate. 1-1. Fastball misses up and away to make it 2-1. Morrissey has the program triples record for a career with 8. One of those this year. 2-1. He goes golfing on a ball that tails low and in to make it 2-2. Morrissey coming up empty there. Infield playing in. The second baseman, Kriskowski, and shortstop, Lonstein, have their toes on the infield grass. Two. Wave and a miss on a ball low and away. Morrissey goes down swinging, and it's 1 down. Here's Parker Blank. Earning some playing time here late in the season after spending the majority of this time in 2024 on JV. Big spot here. Infield playing even more in. He waves and tips one into the glove for strike 1. Now the first and third baseman, and Paulson and Ehlers playing in near the grass as well. Maybe anticipating a safety squeeze. Moses comes home. There's the bunt. Blank sticks the bat out. Comes up empty. They've got Westover in a pickle, and they get him out at third. That was the safety squeeze. Blank stuck the bat out. That ball was way out of the zone. Brezovar immediately chased down Westover, and it's 2 down. And because that play was at third, Jolka had to stick at second. 2-5 on the putout. So now just a runner on second, 0-2 the count with 2 down. Oh, 2 fouled off the chains by Blank, staying alive. Strikeout and a putout at third. After Moses gave up back-to-back walks to start off the bottom of the second. Time called again for a new ball. And now Blank calls for time. It's a brief timeout. Steps out and back in a matter of a couple of seconds. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Fouled up and over the fencing near one of the new light fixtures down the left side. We'll do it again. Lots of sophomores, juniors on this young team. Coach Wilkey said consistency, the name of the game. That's going to be very important in the playoffs here for a team that finished 500. Ball 2. Misses up and away to make it 2-2. Maybe saw a bit of that inexperience there. A possible safety squeeze, and Westover was halfway down the line before that pitch even hit the catcher's mitt of Reservoir. Blank wasn't able to lay the bunt down. Just little mishaps like that. 2-2. Fastball misses up and away. It'll load the count full on Parker Blank. Moses has already given up 2 walks this frame. No real hard contact given up by either pitcher yet. Freund gave up a soft single to right. Moses gave up an infield single. Both of those coming in the first. 3-2. Golfed over the fence again, down the left side. This one directly over the Bulldogs' dugout. Blank, after being down 0-2, battling here, fouling off a couple pitches. Staring at 3 fastballs out of his own. Long stare in for Moses, checks back on second, comes set, 3-2. Misses up high. What an at-bat by Parker Blank. He jogs to first. Jolka's over at second, and here's Ashton Seifert. Just talked about youth. He's the lone freshman on this varsity team. 264 hitter, went 2 for 3 in the regular season finale with an RBI. First pitch to him. Hard ground ball towards the third baseman. Ayler muffs it on the hop. Jolka gets the windmill from third, and he scores the first run for Beaver Dam. A sharp one-hopper towards Ahlers, and he muffed it. Hard contact by Seifert rewarded. Runners on first and second, and Beaver Dam puts the first run across. So Blank over on second now after that phenomenal at-bat with 2 outs. Seifert on first. And here's Jeffrey Freund with 2 down, runners on first and second. Curveball, he golfs this one to left center field. Wells and Nowak are both on it. Wells makes the catch from center field, ranging to his right, but not before Beaver Dam scores on a hard hit ball to third by Ashton Seifert, scoring Jake Jolka. 1-0, top of the third when we come back on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
1-0 our score. Beaver Dam in front of Cedarburg as we enter the top of the third in a regional semifinal matchup between a pair of 500 teams. Cedarburg entering play at 13-13. Beaver Dam 11-11, out in front early, thanks to an RBI single down the left side by Ashton Seifert that scored Jake Jolka. We've talked about the youth of this team. How about the lone freshman in Seifert getting it done to help Beaver Dam draw first blood? 8-9-1, due up for the Bulldogs. It's Kriskowski, Paulson, and then back to the top of the order in Brezovar. And here is Sam Kriskowski from the righty, from the right side. Kriskowski, a junior utility player. He fouls one off the chains right behind himself for strike one. Pitching has been the MO for Beaver Dam lately. Last 4 games, they've allowed just 11 runs. 0-1 from Freund. Changeup. And he swipes through it for strike 2. Kriskowski way out in front of it. That's just 2.75 runs allowed a game. Final 4 of the regular season for the Golden Beavers. 0-2 from Freund. Curveball, misses low and away. Good waste pitch for ball 1. Freund working on 5 strikeouts through 2 innings so far. Looking to pick up win number 5 on the season. 1-2 is fouled off. Straight back against the upper part of the fencing. Krzyzkowski, limited playing time this year. 5 for 26 at the plate. And he calls time. Readjust the helmet. Choking up on the bat quite a bit with 2 strikes. 2 or 3 inches off the end. He steps back in. 1-2 from Freund. Fastball up and away, strike 3. On the swing, how about 6 strikeouts for Jeffrey Freund? 5 of them have been swinging. 1 down here, top of the 3rd. Here's Ethan Paulson. Rounding out the first time through the order for Freund. He steps in from the right side. Freund goes curveball. Outside and off the plate for ball 1. Paulson, another one. Limited playing time, just 3 for 26 this season. Does have 3 RBI. Freund goes fastball outer half and clips the edge for strike 1. Winner gets a ticket to Hartford, and they make the drive tomorrow for a regional final matchup. A hesitant swing from Paulson on a fastball inside for strike 2. 1-2 with 1 down. Freund has been spotless since giving up that leadoff single in the top of the 1st. Paulson calls timeout as Freund was just about to get into his windup. Fastball misses up high for ball 2. Two and 2. Curveball, and he makes him stare it down. 7 strikeouts for Jeffrey Freund through just 2 2/3. All but one of the outs he's recorded has been a strikeout. And he strikes out 7 of the 9 Bulldogs in the starting order. There's Brezovar for the 2nd time with 2 down and nobody on. Wilkey said he gave Freund the ball today because he throws strikes. He's definitely done that early on. Curveball, speaking of which, finds the outer edge for strike 1. Whether that be allowing some contact and trusting the defense behind himself or just striking out a lot of hitters. Had 46 Ks through 34 frames. 0-1, swiped through for strike 2. Freund is not playing around. He's been ahead in almost every at-bat outside of the first 2 of the game. Base is cleared. Top of the 3rd, 2 down, 0-2 count on Brezovar. The pitch, curveball, misses in the other batter's box for ball 1. Wendorf slides over to glove it. Make it 1-2 on the leadoff man in Brezovar. This one piped to center. Damon backs up 5 or 6 steps, catches that one over his shoulder, and is 3 up, 3 down for the 2nd straight inning. Beaver Dam out in front 1-0 as we enter the bottom of the 3rd.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and Sales.
1-0 our score from the Beaver Dam High School baseball diamond between Beaver Dam and Cedarburg. Golden Beavers out in front, thanks to an RBI single bottom second from Ashton Seifert. Winner plays Hartford tomorrow. Beaver Dam's familiar with Hartford, especially considering that last season they entered the playoffs, similar spot to where they are now. They weren't exactly 500. They were 14-9. They were middle of the pack in the Badger Large, as they are once again. Then they win 3 straight and face off against Hartford in the sectional final. Winner would go to state, and that was Hartford, thanks to a 4-1 win in extra innings. This time it would be a regional final matchup in Hartford. If Beaver Dam can get the job done today. Jeffrey Freund putting on a show so far with 7 strikeouts through 3 shutout innings where he's only allowed 1 hit and has walked nobody so far. See if he can get some more run support here. It's 2, 3, and 4 due up. Boston Damon, Eli Bryant, and Zach Shave. Sam Moses, the righty, still on the mound. Gave up 3 walks in the second frame. Also gave up that RBI single to Seifert. See if he can channel it back in. He makes his way through the Golden Beavers order for the second time. Righty-righty matchup. Moses shakes off the first 2 signs, accepts the third, goes curveball, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Boston Damon struck out swinging back in the first. Oh, 1 misses low and in the dirt for ball 1. Damon, 290 hitter. 11 RBI, 12 runs scored. 1-1. Piped back up the middle. A comebacker that sneaks right past second base for a leadoff single. Damon, a 2024 Badger Large honorable mention, showing why there. Waited for one he got, or one he liked, I should say. And here's Eli Bryant behind him. Division I recruit to Kent State. Still has a whole year after this, just a junior as Bryant. First pitch, taken low and in near the shoestrings for ball 1. Moses had to work out of the stretch a lot today. Already given up 6 base runners through 2+. 1-0. Crowds in and almost hits Bryant. Backed out of the way in just the nick of time. Make it 2-0. Skied over the fencing behind Bryant. And near the Beaver Dam track again. Make it 2-1. Weather's been something this year. Beginning of the season, vividly remember talking to Coach Wilkey about the fact we had hail, snow, rain, sleet, you name it, we had it. And it was nice for 4 to 6 weeks. This last week, it's been inclement weather. Thunderstorm warnings, hail again, tornadoes. 2-1 for Moses. Crowd's low and in, and Eli comes up empty for strike 2. Beautiful today, though. 68 degrees, sunny at first pitch. Field looks dry as can be, considering everything that's happened in the last 24 hours. And playoff baseball here in late May. 2-2. Curveball low and away, and Bryant swipes through it. Runner going, the throw to second is late. Strike him out, but no throw him out. Damon advances to second and gets in scoring position with 1 down. Here is Zach Shave. He grounded out to first to end matters in the first frame. Moses facing the heart of this order for the second time. Moses checks back on second twice. First pitch, off speed, low and away. It's fouled off for strike 1. Here are a couple of spectators down the left side next to the Bulldogs dugout. No one for Moses. Spikes in for ball one. Make it 1-1 with one down, and that runner on second being Damon, thanks to the leadoff single. Something Coach Wilkey said this team has had to adjust to, the weather. They have to understand. Sometimes you're going to go 5, 6, 7 days without playing due to such. Sometimes the conditions aren't going to be the best out there. Sometimes you got to practice indoors. It's been an adjustment. 1-1. Curveball low and inside for ball two. Beaver Dam, a team that's heating up, finished their regular season back-to-back close one-run wins, 3-2 and 4-3 the score in those. 2-1. Middle, swing and a miss for strike two. Shave looking at his bat there, quite frustrated. He felt like that was a good one to hit. Moses laid it out over the plate for him. Another check on second. Moses with the 2-2. Up and in. That's fouled off, spiked off the plate, and it rolls about 10 feet to the left of Shave. Cedarburg having to make this trip twice in 2 days. They were here yesterday. Both teams were suited up, ready to play. Umpires showed up, and then around 7:15, 7:20-ish, game was called and pushed back to 5 p.m. today. Two-two. Hard ground ball through the left side. Damon to third. He gets the wave around. The throw on the way in. Skips to the cutoff man. RBI single for Zach Shave. 2-0 Beaver Dam. A calm, cool, collected approach from number 12, Shave. Choked up on the bat a bit with 2 strikes. Didn't swing out of his shoes. Just sent that one right between the shortstop and third baseman in Lonstein and Ehlers. Nobody warming in the bullpen yet for Cedarburg. Here's Jarek Westover with a man on first. Beaver Dam has put a run across in the last 2 frames. One down. Westover steps in from the left side. First pitch, taken outer half for a strike. Throw over to first. Try and get Shave. Rolls away. Paulson goes to retrieve it. 5 or 10 feet off the bag. So Zach Shave and Ashton Seifert with a pair of RBI singles so far. 0-1 the count, 1 down, runner on first. Moses comes home. Fastball just missed up and off the plate. Reservoir, you could tell he wanted that one. He framed it a second longer. As if to say, you sure? Sure that's not a strike? 1-1 the count. The pitch. Wave and a miss on a ball tailing low and away. 2-seam fastball. And make it 1-2. Moses has been working methodically. He's speeding up a little bit here in terms of his pacing between pitches. 1-2, dive bombs into the dirt to make it 2-2. Either Beaver Dam takes on Hartford in a revenge matchup from last year's playoffs, or Cedarburg takes on a conference opponent in Hartford. 2-2, clips the outer half. Westover strikes out looking. 5th strikeout of the day for Moses, and it's 2 down.
Now batting for Beaver Dam is the second baseman, number 3, Jake.
And here's Jake Jolka with 2 down and a man on first. He has been a problem. 7 for his last 9. already has a walk and a run scored today. Jolka shows bunt, backs off, and takes strike one over the heart of the plate. A hard out has been the second baseman. It's one of those seniors on this team who now this time of year, gotta think about it, they're playing to extend their careers. A 1. Curveball. Misses up and in. Jolka ducks out of the way. Jolka had the most strikeouts of any hitter last year, and he's really improved on that. He's only struck out 7 times throughout all of this year. Talking 22 games. 1-1. Plate discipline's been there. We saw it with the full count drawn and then the walk back in the second. It paid dividends immediately after as he came around to score. Patience, really something that Jolka learned in the offseason between his junior and senior years. Two 2-1 for Moses. Middle, hard ground ball to the shortstop. Lonstein on the forehand, fires to first. A tad high, but Paulson drags the back foot on the bag for out number 3. RBI single for Zach Shave makes it 2-0 Beaver Dam. Top of the 4th between the Golden Beavers and Bulldogs. When we come back on 1430 ESPN and Daily Dodge TV.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Chris Kladowski Real Estate. As a realtor, there is such joy in driving past one of our clients' houses that is now the place they call home. Be it a first-time home buyer, a relocation to our community, or someone upsizing or downsizing. We are passionate about the place you call home and meeting your wants and needs each step of the way. We sell the houses, you make it a home. Questions? Give us a call, 920-219-9212. Kladowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Cedarburg Bulldogs. Beaver Dam and Cedarburg taking each other on in the regional semifinal as we head to the top of the 4th frame. Beaver Dam up 2-0 thanks to an RBI single in the second by Ashton Seifert, the lone freshman on this team. Zach Shave made it 2-0 with an RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd. Freund going up against Moses, Wells, and Ehlers. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. He struck all 3 of them out the first time through, and he has 7 strikeouts through 3+. Sam Moses, the pitcher on the other end, looking to give himself some run support as he waves the bat low near his hips from the left side. First pitch, middle for strike 1. That's been the key for Freund today. First pitch strike, leap out ahead, giving himself the advantage, and he should bat. 0-1. Curveball misses just up high. Moses kind of selling the inner half as well as he backed away from it. 1-1, lefty-lefty matchup. Curveball again. Moses out in front of it for strike 2. Nine straight retired for Jeffrey Freund since giving up a leadoff single in the first to Owen Brezovar. 1-2. Hard chopper down the right side. It nutmegs the first base coach for Cedarburg. About 10 feet off the line. Moses, an impressive season. We talked about the 1.51 ERA, 4.61 hitter. He takes fastball up and away for ball 2. If there's anyone that's going to spark this offense, it's definitely him. Coming off a 1-for-3 performance where he scored a run. 3-2 victory in the regular season finale. 2-2, he goes golfing, swing and a miss, drop third strike, throw to first. 8 strikeouts for Freund. one of the better pitching performances we've seen from a Beaver Dam starter so far this year. Eli Bryant took a no-no into the 5th frame. First game of the year, actually, here at home. First pitch is a swinging strike to Elliott Wells to make it 0-1. 0-1, curveball. Misses, low and off the plate. Make it 1-1 with 1 down. Pitch, fastball up and in. Ball 2. Swing and a miss and a ball low and away. Make it 2-2 with 1 down. Yeah, that first game at home, a 3-2 loss to DeForest, where Bryant did take that no-no into the 5th. Ball 3 misses up high, load the count full. But right now, Beaver Dam's doing it all right. Run support early, 2 runs scored in the first 3 frames. Freund mowing him down after giving up that leadoff single. Got 8 strikeouts, looking for 9. Wave and a miss, and he got it. 9 strikeouts, 11 straight retired for number 20. Looking unhittable since giving up that leadoff single. Here's Colin Ehlers. He struck out swinging to end matters in the first. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch, curves in for a strike. Oh, 1. Another curveball. He doubles him up, and Ehlers way out in front of that one. Let go of that bat with his right hand, swung through and spun around the plate. 0-2 count, 2 down. Freund cruising so far. Pitch. Fastball misses just high for ball 1. Coach Wilkey has talked about the importance of being in front on as many counts as possible by a starter. Freund's done that. Curveball taken over to short. There's Bryant. Fields it on a hop, fires to first. That's too high. It's off the glove of Shave. Ehlers takes his bag at first. The throw would have beat him. E6 charge to Bryant. It's in that starting rotation for Beaver Dam as well. He can chuck it. Fastball in the low 90s. Would not doubt it at all if that throw to first was high 80s, low 90s, but accuracy matters more. Ehlers on first. Nowak steps up from the right side, checks his swing, but the ball catches the zone anyway for strike 1. It's the second base runner for Cedarburg so far. Ehlers does have 6 stolen bags. Wave and a miss on a ball that tails low and in, and it's quickly 0-2. Freund doesn't look too phased by that E6. Gets out and way ahead in another at-bat. Time called by Nowak. We've seen that a little more from the Bulldogs the last few at-bats, just trying to slow down the tempo of the quick-working lefty. 0-2 from Freund. Wave and a miss. How about 10 strikeouts? Error over at short. No problem for Jeffrey. It is 2-0. Beaver Dam out in front of Cedarburg. Bottom of the 4th, and we come back on Daily Dodge TV at 1430 ESPN.
For every, where's the grocery list? I'll go to the store.
So you'll fill up my car on the way home?
Moment. If it has to do with your life and your money, it's a landmark moment, and Landmark Credit Union is here to help. With free checking accounts that offer you the choice of getting paid dividends on your balance or earning rewards points on your purchases. Opening an account is fast and simple and gives you access to Credit Hub, powered by Savvy Money, which shows your credit score so you can keep your finances healthy. Landmark Credit Union. Visit landmarkcu.com, insured by NCUA.
When it comes to a winning lineup, turn to the selection of new and pre-owned vehicles at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam. Their team goes the extra mile to provide a winning experience, from hassle-free financing options to exceptional customer service. It's like having a dedicated cheering section cheering you on in every step of the vehicle purchase. Give the team at Napleton GM in Beaver Dam a call at 920-885-3301 or visit napleton151.com and find new roads with their winning inventory.
Beaver Dam out in front 2-0 as they head up to bat for the 4th time today. We enter the bottom of the 4th in this regional semifinal matchup between the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers and the Cedarburg Bulldogs. Bottom third due up for Beaver Dam: Brandon Morrissey, Parker Blank, Ashton Seifert. The story for Beaver Dam, outside of some decent run support halfway through this one, the gem from Jeffrey Freund so far. Score: 4 scoreless frames, 1 hit given up, no walks, 10 strikeouts. The season high is 11. It was set by Eli Bryant. The 2nd game of this year. Morrissey steps in from a left side. Sam Moses, the righty, still on the mound. It's that 3/4 arm slot, and he spikes one in the dirt for ball 1. Record's 11 for the season, at least. Bryant's had that back on April 9th. This one, golf near the third baseman. It's tailing out of play. The shortstop, Lonstein, back on it. And it tips off the glove. Baylor's was closer, but it ended up being Lonstein and Nowak racing all the way over the gravel bordering by the left field fence. And it just fell between them. Loud strike 1 for Morrissey. Beaver Dam head coach Nate Wilkey's talked about the consistency of this team. He understands things are going to be rocky, relatively young squad, lots of juniors, even a freshman on this team in Seifert. But strong pitching, throwing strikes, and an errorless ball game is what's going to help this team make another deep run. Ball 2 taken low in front of the plate, make it 2-1. So far, so good. Half of this game done. Beaver Dam's up 2-0. They do have 1 error, but Freund struck out the next man to make sure it didn't matter. We've seen timely hitting, runners in scoring position. Fastball misses in the other batter's box for ball number 3. A relatively clean game for a squad that's had an up and down year, to say the very least. 3-1. Clips the outer edge. Morrissey walks back in from a left side, was ready to take his base. Running the bottom of the 2nd, running the bottom of the 3rd. Beaver Dam had a nice little pattern going. Ball 4 taken in the dirt. Morrissey relieved, unstraps the elbow guard, and walks over to first. Behind Tim in the batting order, Parker Blank, who had, I'm going to say, one of the better at-bats of the game so far. Back in the 2nd frame, was facing an 0-2 count, fouled a couple pitches off, and then ended up working a walk. Seifert stepped up and ended up plating Jake Jolka on an RBI single, but Blank's at bat kept that inning going. First pitch is fouled off down the left side. Blank showing bunt as he did the first time he was up. And that was big because Blank was trying to bunt on the 2nd strike of the at-bat. It was supposed to be a safety squeeze. Westover was cut down at 3rd, but he ended up working that walk, kept things alive. 0-1, bunt shown again. This one popped up down the first base side. It hits the ground in front of Moses. He throws to first, and that brings Paulson off the bag. Morrissey over to 2nd. He advances to 3rd. Blank is safe at first. Morrissey advances corner to corner. Moses had time, but he lost his footing trying to grab that ball in barehanded fashion off the grass. So runners on the corners. We do have a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit for Sam Moses. Gave up his 4th walk of the game to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th. That's how Morrissey got on. Immediately after, Blank, this time able to lay the bunt down. He popped it up about 15, 20 feet in the air. It fell in front of Moses as he tracked towards the first base chalk line. Lost his footing, threw the ball away, and Beaver Dam threatening to score for the 3rd frame in a row. Head coach Kyle Peterson talking things over with Moses. His 6th season. Again, this team at a even 500 heading into today. 13-13. 5-6 on the road. Here's an interesting split, though. Again, 6-12 in the North Shore, 7-1 against non-conference opponents. That's a telltale sign that a team's been battle-tested. Moses stays in. It's Morrissey on third, 90 feet away from scoring that 3rd run for Beaver Dam. Blank at first. And stepping in from the right side, the freshman who got the party started for Beaver Dam with an RBI single in the 2nd. Ashton Seifert going to come up clutch here once again. First pitch, fastball, low and in at the knees for strike 1. Nobody down, runners on first and third. Typically a situation where you'll see that runner at first try and steal second, force the throw to second, and that runner at third comes sprinting home. Blank checked on at first. Tough ultimatum, though. Last thing Cedarburg wants is 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1. Runner not going yet. Curveball low and in for a strike. And now Blank was dancing halfway between first and second. Brezovar was staring him down, and he knew he could not throw that ball. Otherwise, Morrissey was coming home, so Blank got to second unscathed. That's a pickle in most scenarios, but not with runners on first and third and nobody down. Oh, 2 count, nobody down, infield playing way in, especially the left side. Lonstein and Ehlers both have their feet in on the grass. Oh, 2 curveball. Low and in, Seifert backs out of the way. Kriskowski and Paulson not playing as in on the right side. Kriskowski's toes touching the grass. Paulson's back over at first. But Lonstein and Ehlers way in. 1-2. Hard ground ball. Over to Lonstein. He muffs it. Makes the play at first eventually. But a run scores. That's Morrissey. It's 3-0 Beaver Dam. Goes down as a 6-3 ground out. Parker Blank advancing over to third. For the 3rd straight inning, Beaver Dam putting a run across. And back to the top of the order for the 3rd time. Here's Jeffrey Freund. He squats in and takes strike 1. Infield still playing in. 3 of the 4 members in on the grass. Safety squeeze definitely in play. Beaver Dam tried that in the 2nd. 0-1, curveball taken up and in. Make it 1-1. Freund 1 for 2 today. Single and a stolen base. He golfs this one to center field. Should be enough to tag. Wells ranging to his left. He gloves it on the run. And Blank sprints the final 90 feet, 4-0. Beaver Dam. RBI, sac fly for Freund. Some run support by Freund for himself. Keep in mind, he's on the mound and he has 10 strikeouts today. 2 down, bases cleared for Boston Damon. First pitch, a fastball taken just a bit high to make it 1-0. First crooked number we've seen today. Beaver Dam with 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 2 here so far in the fourth. Damon swipes through a middle fastball to make it 1-1. One fouled off the fencing behind Damon for strike 2. So Seifert has 2 RBI today. And Freund tacking on that 4th run. Off speed. Taken apparently just a bit too low. Cedarburg wanted that one. Make it 2-2 with 2 down. Moses trying to stop the bleeding here at 4 runs. 2-2. Curveball dive bombs into the dirt to make it 3-2. Moses has already given up 4 walks today, one of which to start this inning. 3-2. And it's not over yet. Fastball low and away, taken off the plate. Damon draws the 5th walk of the day. Plate discipline paying off for Beaver Dam. Here's Eli Bryant, 0 for 2 with a pair of Ks today. Team best 6 homers. He has 6 of the team's 8 on the season. First pitch to him. Taken in the dirt for ball 1. Four runs on 4 hits and 5 walks for Beaver Dam. They've had at least 1 base runner in every inning. 1-0, runners going. Hit and run scenario. This one's popped up to shallow center field. Wells calls everyone off, and that ball hits the ground. Damon circles all the way from first to home. He was running on contact. 5-0 Beaver Dam. Everyone backed out of the way for Wells, the center fielder, to make that play, but he arguably had to run the furthest. Between the second baseman, Lonstein, and Kriskowski, who were also in the vicinity. That's going to go down as a single. Nobody touched it. Midair. Damon scores run number 5. RBI number 25 for Eli Bryant. Here's Zach Shave. 3-spot put up now for Beaver Dam. Shave backs away from ball 1. That's a tough one for a pitcher because it was soft contact. Ball was skied, not hit very hard. 2 down, that should have ended the inning in most scenarios, but Beaver Dam gets a break. Thanks to some miscommunication. Runner going on the 1-1, fastball misses up and in. Throw down to second is just a bit tardy. Stolen base number 7 this season for Mr. Bryant. He is yet to be caught. And 2-0 with 2 down and a runner on second now. Shave had an RBI in the 3rd. He made it 2-0. It's 5-0 now, Beaver Dam. Looking to do some more damage is this offense. 2-2, off speed taken up and in. Shave backs off. Got some oohs and ahs from the Golden Beavers bullpen and dugout. Three and 0. On Shave was 1 for 2 today. 4th pitch. Low and in, but it clips the corner for strike 1. Bryant getting a very aggressive lead off of second. Lonstein tucks in behind him. And then backs off to short. Runner going, 3-1. Taken for strike 2. Throw down to third. And they got him. On the money. Caught stealing, but Beaver Dam puts up 3 in the bottom of the 4th. They're up 5-0. Top of the 5th when we come back between Beaver Dam and Cedarburg.
Hey, it's Stacy with Slumberland, Beaver Dam in Watertown. Stop in and see everything that our store has to offer. We built it just for you. We have mattresses, box springs, power bases, bedroom sets, furniture, living room sets, dining sets, everything that you would need to complete your entire home. We've got our interest-free financing and a really great local staff here to help you. So you've got all local people here to help you out from start to finish for anything that you would need. So stop in, shop local, and save big with us.
The comfort in your home is too important to trust to just anyone. With over 75 years in the industry, Surefire Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to bring our community the heating and cooling services you deserve. Expect nothing short of excellence in service, installation, and 24/7 emergency service. As a premier Lennox dealer, we carry the best in equipment to bring you and your home peace of mind. Schedule your annual maintenance or claim your free in-home estimate today, 920-485-4883. Surefire, keeping what's important comfortable since 1947.
We enter the top of the fifth. Beaver Dam up 5-0 over Cedarburg in a regional semifinal matchup. Winner gets a ticket to Hartford tomorrow. Beaver Dam putting up 3 runs. First crooked number of the evening in the bottom of the fourth on just one hit. They capitalized on an E1, a pair of walks, and the one hit was a ball that was skied to shallow center, and it only fell to the grass thanks to some miscommunication. One of those runs scored on a 6-3 ground out, one scored on a sac fly, one scored on that single that fell into the grass. When you see a 500 team, and both of these teams qualify as that, you'll see some errors, some inconsistencies. Beaver Dam's played the cleaner game so far. Jeffrey Freund's still on the mound. He faces off against Damon Lonstein, Mason Schultz, and Sam Kruskowski. Lonstein steps in from the right side and takes ball 1 in the dirt. How about 10 strikeouts for Freund through 4 frames so far? This one, pipe to center, line drive. Damon's on it. He jogs in and makes the play. Boston Damon typically playing the hot corner over at third. He shifts to center today.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 16.
Had a couple of liners hit his way. Just one hit given up by Freund, and it was to start the game. Brezovar got on with a leadoff single. Mason Schultz steps in from the right side. Takes ball 1 head high. One of the best pitching performances we've seen from Beaver Dam this year so far. 1-0, taken low and in. Make it 2-0 on Schultz. One of those players for the Bulldogs that was elevated from JV about halfway through the year. 2-0 misses low and in, 3-0 count. Schultz struck out swinging to end the top of the second. He's got the advantage here. 3-0, and he goes green light, pokes one into shallow left center, and it finds the grass for a 1-out single. Schultz getting aggressive there in a game where his team's down 5 runs with only so many frames to go.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 14, Sam Kruskowski.
And here's Sam Kruskowski. First hit this team has had since the first. Kruskowski struck out swinging back in the third. Freund's got one eye on first, one eye on the plate. He comes home. It's off speed for strike 1. Every time that something has happened to kind of jar, or possibly jar the composure of Freund, he's responded well today. 0-1. Hard ground ball, double play potential to short. The second for 1, and that ball gets through. Jolka couldn't handle it. Runners on first and second now. With adversity, Freund gave up that leadoff single in the first, then struck out the next 3 and retired the next 11. There was an E6 in the 4th inning. Struck out the next man for strikeout number 10 to get out of the 4th. Little adversity here. Still has a 5-run cushion.
Pinch hitting for Cedarburg is number 25, Tommy O'Neill.
And Tommy O'Neill pinch hitting in that 9 spot. Junior, utility player. Limited playing time this year for O'Neill. Just 15 at-bats. This will be number 16. First pitch to him. Pop fly to shallow right. Jolka, the second baseman, tracking back. And he makes the play with his heels in the outfield grass. That's out number 2. First time today the Bulldogs have had more than one runner on base in the same inning. Owen Brezovar has one of those 2 hits for Cedarburg today. He steps up for the 3rd time today. 2 down, runners on first and second. First pitch taken at the knees for a strike. Bulldogs looking to respond in some capacity after a 3 spot for Beaver Dam in the bottom of the 4th. 0-1. Curves in and misses just low for ball 1. Freund looking to strand a couple. Check swinging a ball that clips the outer half anyway. No appeal to first. 1-2. Not many times you're going to see someone strike out 10 hitters in 4 innings. One, 2 from Freund. Fastball misses high, 2-2. Deuce is wild. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the 5th here, Beaver Dam working on a 5-0 lead. Cedarburg at the plate looking to respond. Long stare in from a lefty in Freund. He gets the sign. 2-2. Curveball misses off the plate. Payoff pitch on the way. Saw Cedarburg be very patient early on when Freund, for about 2 or 3 at-bats, struggled to find the zone. Since then, he's been dominant. 3-2 pitch. Runners going. That misses. Everyone advances anyway. Bases loaded. Brezovar takes his base for the 2nd time today. First with the single, now with the walk. Schultz on 3rd, Kriskowski on 2nd, Brezovar at 1st. And first McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit we've seen today for Freund. He's through 4 2/3. Again, just giving up 2 hits, couple of errors. And that last walk, his first given up today. Quick mound visit as Wilkey marches off. Ticket to Hartford on the line. Beaver Dam could face off against the team that hexed them out of the playoffs last year in a sectional final matchup. Cedarburg could go against a familiar foe from the North Shore Conference. Here's Sam Moses. Powerful lefty, steps in and takes ball 1. Moses 0 for 2, pair of strikeouts. The pitcher as well, looking to give himself some run support. Bases loaded. And they call a balk on Freund. Runners advance. Schultz scores the first run. It's 5-1. Balk was called in Freund's windup. Was on his way home. Kriskowski over to 3rd. Brezovar to 2nd. Still 2 down. 1-0. Wave and a miss. So the Bulldogs find a way to scratch one across. Freund looking to minimize. 1-1. Wave and a miss and a ball that tails out of the zone for strike 2. Moses has all 4 home runs for the Bulldogs this year, to the tune of 20 RBI. Looking to capitalize here. Freund looking to get out of it, working on 10 strikeouts. Moses calls time, steps back in from the left side. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. 1-2, 2 down. The pitch. Wave and a miss. 11, count them 11 strikeouts for Freund. He works around a couple of runners in scoring position. Cedarburg gets on the board thanks to a bases-loaded balk, 5-1. Bottom of the fifth when we come back.
Your Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly in Beaver Dam knows that Wisconsinites take tailgating seriously, and they'll help you take it to the next level with their award-winning Fox Brothers brats and everything you need, whether you're at the game or enjoying it at home. Fox Brothers award-winning exclusive recipes use only the highest quality ingredients you'll taste with every bite and every brat. Try their 11 Grand Champion brats and sausages, including their pre-cooked Fox Brothers original brats, spicy Southwest chicken brats, and Philly cheese brats. Check them out online at foxbrospigglywiggly.com.
Hi, this is Sandy from McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam. We are proud to support all Beaver Dam athletes. While at home watching high school sports, why not be comfortable? McKinstry's is a lazy boy comfort studio. We have sofas, recliners, sectionals, and reclining sofas. Stop into McKinstry's Home Furnishings in downtown Beaver Dam and add comfort to your home.
Year after year, McKinstry's.
5-1 our score. Beaver Dam out in front of Cedarburg in a regional semifinal matchup as we enter the bottom of the fifth. New hurler on the mound, Kyle Anderson. Sam Moses, who dealt for 4 innings and gave up 5 runs on 5 hits and a couple of errors, moves over to first. Paulson serves as the DH. So Moses at first. Anderson on the mound, a junior utility player. He's 2-3 over the course of 10 appearances, 4 of which have come out of the bullpen. Through 35 frames, he has struck out 32 and walked 12. So Beaver Dam, if they can pull this one out, or whoever wins, is going to go to Hartford tomorrow. And over at Oshkosh North, the softball team will be taking on conference foe Watertown for the 3rd time this year. Beaver Dam took game 1, Watertown took game 2, so a rubber match with a ticket to state on the line. We'll have that one on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN. So keep an eye on the details for that. And I was told that the Oshkosh game is cash only if you'd like to be a spectator there. Hartford game is cashless. So very important stuff there. Hartford game, keep the cash in the wallet, use the card, and then Oshkosh game, it's only cash. So Kyle Anderson, for the most part, has just been a pitcher for this team. He only has 3 at-bats, has gone 1 for 3. Looking to step in and hold this Beaver Dam offense at bay. They've scored all 5 of their runs in the last 3 innings. He'll face the heart of the order, 4, 5, and 6, Shave, Westover, and Jolka. This is a Cedarburg team that won 4 of their last 5 and their last 3 of the regular season. And in those last 3 games, they were outscoring opponents 16-6. Beaver Dam picking up steam too. They won their last 2, 3 of their last 4, and they've been allowing 2.75 runs per game in those last 4. We're seeing that theme continue here thanks to Jeffrey Freund, who's thrown nearly a perfect ball game with 11 strikeouts through 5. Anderson steps in, the righty on the mound. He faces off against Shave in the right-handed batter's box. First pitch, fastball misses up high for ball 1. Shave is 1 for 2 today. He singled and got an RBI back in the 3rd to make it 2-0 at the time. Anderson's 1-0. Golfed up and over the fencing behind Shave to make it 1-1. Shave, a Badger Large honorable mention. The only first-team honoree for Beaver Dam was Eli Bryant. Second team was Jeffrey Freund, who's throwing the gem today. 1-1. Had some wild glove side action on it to make it 1-2. That looked like a slurve. Diagonal movement on it. The 1-2 to Shave. Same glove side action that misses in the dirt in the other batter's box to make it 2-2. Both these teams have slipped up a bit. We've seen 3 errors between them in the last 2 innings. 2-2, taken neck high for ball 3. Payoff pitch on the way. Bottom of the 5th here. Beaver Dam up 5-1 over Cedarburg. Regional semifinal. Payoff from Anderson. Hard hit ball through the right side. Beyond the glove of Moses. Leadoff single, Zach Shave. Seen a lot of those, just one hop the outfield grass. Nothing hit to the wall today. Just a steadily pacing Beaver Dam offense.
The left fielder, number 1, Jarek Westover.
And now Jarek Westover steps in from the left side with a runner on first. Leadoff man has gotten on in every inning so far for Beaver Dam. Westover 0 for 1, walked back in the second. First pitch to him, he shows bunt. Took a stab at it and fouled it down the left side. Westover didn't really show that bunt stance until the pitch was halfway there. 0-1 count. Another late bunt shown that skips off the plate. Brezovar tried to barehand it, but it drops off his fingertips and into foul territory. Make it 0-2. Westover rehearsing his swing in slow motion. Got flames on the end of the bat. Steps back in from the left side. Gonna time this one up as he chokes up a couple of inches off the knob. Anderson's 0-2. Misses just high for ball 1. Seen a couple of stolen bags for Beaver Dam today. Freund stole in the first, Blank in the 4th, Bryant in the 4th as well, but then he tried to steal 3rd and was thrown down. Thrown out. Runner on first, nobody down. 1-2. Fastball misses up and away. 2-2 the count for Westover. Drew his 15th walk of the season back in the second. 15 walks to 17 strikeouts. He's been one of the more patient hitters on this team. 2-2. Taken low. Throw on the way for the stealing Zach Shave. It's fielded on a scoop, but waits Hardy. 4th stolen base today for Beaver Dam. Shave's 3rd stolen base of the season, and payoff pitch on the way. Conservative lead by Shave as the shortstop tucks in behind him. Ball 4 misses low at the shoes, and that hit Westover on the foot. He trots over to first. Shave on second, Westover on first. Still nobody down. Beaver Dam's put at least one across in every inning except for the first. Here's Jake Jolka looking to extend what is a 4-game hitting streak at the moment. 7 for his last 10. He walked and came all the way around to score back in the second, and he calls time to back off here. Jolka steps back in from the right side. Anderson keeping a close eye on second. He comes home. Jolka shows bunt. That skips in front of Brezovar. Both runners retreat back to their bags. And it's ball 1. 1-0 the count on Jolka. One of the seniors on this team looking to extend his playing career with Beaver Dam. He shows bunt on the 1-0. Slider nips the outer edge for strike one. Beaver Dam has just found ways to get on. The 6 hits, capitalize on a couple of errors, 5 walks, a hit by pitch. 1-1, bunt shown again. That one deadens right in front of the pitcher. That's Anderson. He hits the deck, throws to first from his back, and it's late. The Grass Monster. See what that goes down as scoring-wise. Anderson got there in plenty of time, but then slipped, fell to his back, and threw to first. That's an infield single. So Jolka's hitting streak extends to 5. Shave on third, Westover on second, Jolka on first. Nobody down for Brandon Morrissey. Opportunity to break this game wide open. First pitch from Anderson. Infield playing in. Misses up and away for ball one. Morrissey does have a home run on the year. He's got one. Westover's got one. The other 6 go to Eli Bryant. Deep breath from Anderson. 1-0 offering. Popped up to shallow right center field. Wells calls everybody off. Shave bluffs the tag. The throw in would have got him by a mile. A fly out to center. Wells hit Brizovar on the fly. That's one down for Parker Blank. He's found a way to get on both times today. He walked back in the second after being down in the count 0-2. Fouled off a couple pitches. Watched 3 balls go by. And then reached on an E1. Back in the fourth. Bases loaded, 1 down. Blake stepping in from the left side. Waves the bat over his left shoulder. First pitch. Fastball misses up and away. Blank elevated from JV this week. Entire infield playing about 4 to 5 feet off the dirt. They're ready for a ground ball or a bunt attempt. This one's off the end of the bat and foul for Blank. Flies over the tree line down the left side. Make it 1-1. Anderson's 1-1. Clips the inner half for strike 2. Big moment here for Blank. He showed out at the JV level this year. Earned himself a promotion late in the season. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. 1 down, 1-2. Anderson comes home. This one's fouled off. Blank keeps fighting. Situational hitting, one of those key components that Wilkey's emphasized all year. Don't make the big mistake and find a way to hit those runners in scoring position home as often as possible. 1-2. Wave and a miss on some off speed. Blank goes down swinging and it's 2 down. A huge pair of outs for Kyle Anderson. And now Ashton Seifert, lone freshman on this varsity squad, steps up with 2 down and the bases loaded. Looking to provide some insurance for Jeffrey Freund, who's been dealing on the mound all day long. First pitch, this is up near the head. Seifert ducks out of the way, ball 1 again. First pitch of the last 3 at-bats. Have been up, they've missed, they've been balls. 1-0. Slider low and off the plate. It clips the corner for strike 1. Bases loaded, 2 down. 1-1 the count. This one, line drive, tailing to right center. Wells ranges to his left and gloves it on the fly. Beaver Dam strands him loaded. We're through 5. Golden Beavers 5, Bulldogs 1, top of the 6th, and we come back.
The winter weather can play havoc on your hands and hair. Fear not, the folks at Wonder Nails and Spa has just the ticket for you. Call 887-4374 and let them pamper you. Let them chase away those winter blues. Let's talk hair. Long, beautiful hair, shining, whoa, I digress. The team of cost cutters will put a shimmer and shine to your mood, and their retail products are the best in the business. Call 885-0437 today. That's why you hear everyone say, I shop Park Village Shopping Center, and you should too.
Here at Pizza Ranch, we'd like to thank our Swedish friends for bringing the buffet to America. They called it the smorgasbord, but it was a success anyway. So we started our own buffet and loaded it up with pizza, chicken, sides, salads, and cactus bread. And you can even request any pizza you want anytime you visit. We call it Buffet Your Way, because smorgasbord your way, well, that doesn't rhyme at all. Pizza Ranch.
Check out your local Pizza Ranch in Beaver Dam, Watertown, or Waupun, or check out pizzaranch.com.
5-1 our score. Beaver Dam on top of Cedarburg as we head to the top of the 6th in the WIAA Regional Semifinal. A ticket to Hartford, Wisconsin on the line. That game will happen tomorrow. Hartford hosting. The winner of this 8-9 matchup, Beaver Dam, holding a 4-run lead. They scored 5 unanswered to get things going. Cedarburg responding, scoring a bases-loaded balk in the top of the 5th, and then Beaver Dam had an optimal chance. Bases loaded, nobody down, and they stranded them all. A 1-for-1 swap. Jeffrey Freund heads out into center field. Boston Damon comes in to relieve him. Final line for Freund, it's a good one. Through 5 frames, gave up 1 run on 2 hits, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. That ties a season best for any Beaver Dam starter. Eli Bryant, back on April 9th against DeForest, had that same total. Looking at Damon's pitching line, 7 appearances, 1 of those a start, the other 6 out of the pen. He's 2-0 with a 2.76 earned run average through 13 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts to just 5 walks. He faces off against the toughest part of the Cedarburg order. 3, 4, and 5. Wells, Ehlers, Nowak. First pitch. Off speed, misses low and off the plate for ball 1. Beaver Dam 6 outs away from advancing to the 2nd round of the playoffs. 1-0. Fastball misses up high. Damon, a Badger Large honorable mention this year. 2-0, misses up high. 3 straight balls to Elliott Wells. Mason Schultz in the 5th faced a 3-0 count. He had the green light on and punched one to left center. See if the green light's on here. It is not. Curveball taken over the heart for strike 1. Not the same workload this year that we saw last year for Damon on the mound. He had 9 appearances. This is his 8th in 2024. Curveball misses up and in. And 5-pitch walk given up by Damon. Wells takes his base. Here's Colin Ehlers. Reached on an E6 back in the 4th. He takes strike 1 over the heart of the plate.
The third baseman, number 22, Colin Ehlers.
A 1 from Damon. Off speed. At the knees for strike 2. 12-6 swipe down delivery. Over the top for sure for Damon. This one punched out to shallow right field. Blank overplayed it. He sprinted in. That ball goes over his head. Wells chugging over to third. Ehlers in at second with a double. Blank came in for it. If he would have stayed put, that ball was probably right at it. Took a tough angle on it. Now 2 runners in scoring position with nobody down for the Bulldogs. Ball was flipped to right field. And here's Graham Nowak. He takes ball 1 off the plate. Ehlers with his 5th double of the season. Off speed, taken outer half for strike 1. Tying runs on deck now for Cedarburg. Damon's 1-1. Hard ground ball, right side. Julka fields it, throws to first, and plenty of time. Run scores in the process. It's 5-2. Wells crossing the plate. An RBI 4-3 ground out for Nowak. And Ehlers over to third on the play. It's Nowak's 12th RBI of the season. 1 down, runner on third. Hard ground ball to the left side. Seifert fields it on 2 hops, fires to first. The throw off the bag. And Shave cannot swipe down. Another run scored. That's Ehlers. And it's 5-3 on what will go down as an E5. Lonstein was the hitter who benefited from the E5. 1 down, runner on first, check on first. Gets back in time. And now the tying run at the plate. Beaver Dam scored the first 5. 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth. 1 in the top of the 5th, and 2 top 6 here for Cedarburg. Hard ground ball to third. Seifert muffs it, throws to first. Had a chance at a double play, but gets the easy play at 1. Went for the backhand. That ball popped up in the air. He was able to grab it with his bare hand and whip it to first in time. Mason Schultz goes down on the ground out. Cedarburg aggressive. So Lonstein on second. Here's Sam Kriskowski. Crouching down and taking strike 1, inner half. Damon looking to dial in here. He's giving up some harder contact as he steps off to reset. Kriskowski reached on an E4 and was stranded at third back in the 5th. 0-1. Fastball outer half. Make it 0-2. Beaver Dam looking to make it 3 wins in a row, continuing on that streak they built the tail of the regular season. And 4 of their last 5. 2 down, 0-2. Just misses outside for ball 1. Wendorf held that ball there a little longer. Tried to sell it. 1-2, 2 down, runner on second. 5-3, Beaver Dam out in front. Damon comes home and Kriskowski swings and misses. Cedarburg puts up 2. It's 5-3. Bottom of the 6th, and we come back here on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam.
At Preferred Dental Partners, our core values are more than just something we put on our wall. They're something we live out. Core value number 2 is the wow experience. This means that from the moment you walk in the door until the time you leave, we want to provide an experience for our patients that is unlike anything you've had before. There are lots of choices of dentists, and we never want anyone to feel they have to be here. We want them to choose to be here because they feel heard, welcomed, and well cared for. If you want to see what the wow experience is about, call or text Preferred Dental Partners today.
Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster at Columbus Family Dental. If you've been unhappy with your smile, it's time that you come and see us. Our team of doctors are waiting to help you get your smile back. We'll take the time to talk with you and treat you like a member of our family, not just another number. Whether it's a whole mouth makeover or simply a little tweak, we'll find the right solution that fits you. For your free, no-pressure consultation, call us today at 623-5559.
Beaver Dam out in front of Cedarburg, 5-3 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Regional semifinal matchup. Winner plays number 1 seed Hartford tomorrow in Hartford. Cedarburg scoring 2 in the top of the 6th, partially thanks to some productive hitting, a 4-3 RBI ground out for Graham Nowak. And then an E5 Seaford's throw brought Zach Shave off the bag. And in the process, Kellen Ehlers scored run number 3. Cedarburg scored 3 unanswered after Beaver Dam started this game off 5-0 through the first 4 frames. Kyle Anderson is still on the mound, the righty in relief of Sam Moses, who threw the first 4 frames, got shook up a bit. Top of the order for the 4th time today, Golden Beavers have Freund, Damon, and Bryant waiting to tack on some much-needed insurance as this lead has dwindled down to 2 runs. Freund backs out of the way of ball 1 on a fastball that crowded up and in. Beaver Dam had a chance to extend that lead. Bottom of the 5th, they left him loaded. Curveball taken upper half, strike 1. Bases loaded, nobody down. Then it was a fly out to center, a strikeout, and a line out to center. 1-1. Slider up and off the plate, 2-1. 3 errors for Beaver Dam in the last couple of innings as well. Looking to have a much better cushion here heading into the 7th. 2-1. Swung on and fouled over the fencing behind Freund to make it 2-2. Both teams preserving their arms for the most part today. 2 pitchers used on each side. And keep in mind, Beaver Dam's coming off of 8 days of rest since their regular season finale. 2-2. Tails inside for ball 3. Freund 1 for 3 today with a single, a stolen base, and an RBI. Payoff pitch from Anderson. Curves inside for strike 3. Freund thought he had a walk, and it's 1 down. So Beaver Dam 3 outs away on the other end of the diamond from moving on to the regional final, but it could definitely use some more offense here. Haven't scored since the 4th. Here's Boston Damon. 1 for 2 with a walk drawn and 2 runs scored today. He takes the first pitch ball over his head. Make it 1-0. 2 teams that have been getting hot at the right time heading into the playoffs, clashing here with a chance to go to Hartford. 1-0, fastball that misses up high, and it pops out of the glove of Brezovar before hitting the fence on a ricochet. 2-0 on Mr. Damon. Righty-righty matchup. The pitch from Anderson. Fastball that misses up high again. A foot over Damon's head to make it 3-0. Beaver Dam has drawn 5 walks today, all of which were on Moses. 3-0. Catches the outer edge for strike 1. Damon was lunging over the plate, ready to jog over to first. 3-1. 1 down, Beaver Dam up 5-3, bottom of the 6th. Fastball taken off the plate, 5-pitch walk. Boston Damon gets on for the 3rd time in a row. And here's Eli Bryant. poked an RBI single into the outfield. Back in the fourth. He's 1 for 3 today. First pitch from Anderson. Misses low and inside for ball 1. Corners tucked for the Cedarburg infield. Moses holding Damon at first. Damon's going. Pitch misses up high for ball 2. Throw on to second. There's nobody there. That ball rolls into center field, and Damon goes first to third. The ball to third gets away. Damon goes from first to home, all in one play. 6-3 Beaver Dam. Beaver Dam just capitalizing every which way. 7 hits, 6 walks, 3 errors, 2 of which came on that play. Damon stole second. The error then credited to Brezovar as Damon was able to advance to third, and the throw from Wells to third got away. What a trip around the bases. 2-0 to Bryant. Curves in for strike 1. So an E2 and then an E8 following a stolen base, and it all started with a walk for Damon. He scored 3 of the 6 runs for Beaver Dam today. 2-1. Yanks low and outside for ball 3. That's a much-needed insurance run for a Beaver Dam team that was watching their lead dwindle away the last couple of frames. 3-1 hitters count for Bryant, the powerful righty. Pitch crowds up and in, ball 4. 7th walk that Beaver Dam's drawn today. Patient, they've been disciplined, they've been mature, and here's a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit. Kyle Anderson, number 20. He was worked through an inning and a third after relieving Sam Moses, who went the first 4 frames. Quick review, Beaver Dam got on the board, bottom of the second with an RBI single from Ashton Seifert. Bottom of the third, Zach Shea made it 2-0 on an RBI single. Put up a 3 spot in the bottom of the fourth to make it 5-0. It looked like Beaver Dam was going to run away with this thing. And top of the fifth, Cedarburg scores on a bases-loaded buck, and then Jeffrey Freund strands them the rest of the way. And then 2 more in the top of the sixth in an inning where Cedarburg went walk, double, RBI ground out, capitalized on an E5, and the next 2 retired. Boston Damon getting on with a walk, stealing second, taking third on 1 error, and then swiping home on another. Bryant on first, Zach Shave stepping in from the right side. Mound visit concluded for Anderson. Shave is 2 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen bag today. 5 stolen bags for Beaver Dam so far. They have been aggressive. Only been caught once. Fastball catches the upper half for strike 1. Again, we'll be at Oshkosh North tomorrow for Beaver Dam and Watertown, a sectional final matchup for softball. Winner goes to state. Beaver Dam looking for their first state appearance since 2021. Runner on first, 0-1. Misses inside. Brezovar bluffs a throw over to first. They get 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down with a runner on first. One. Tails low and outside for ball 2. Coach Wilkey talked about the fact, obviously, these teams non-conference opponents. The Bulldogs coming out of the North Shore and Beaver Dam out of the Badger Large. He doesn't have to worry about switching up stealing signs or formations on the infield. Anything that's requiring signaling, pickoff moves. Doesn't have to worry about keeping it fresh. Runner going. Ball catches the zone. Throw on to second is Tardy. And excuse me, that ball missed just high. It's 3-1. Another stolen base. As Beaver Dam taking advantage here. That's the 6th stolen base. 3-1 hitters count on Shave. Could feel the momentum shifting back in favor of the hosting Golden Beavers, knowing they're 3 outs away in the top of the 7th. And taking this one. Bottom 6 now, 3-1. That one goes inner half for strike 2. Payoff pitch on the way with 1 down and a runner in scoring position. Beaver Dam's already tacked on 1. Shave working on the heels of 2 singles in a row. 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. And that one hits him on the shoulder. Shave wears 1 for the team. And he walks gingerly over to first to make it runners on 1st and 2nd. This team's had quite the season. 3-6 start. Had lost 17-0 against Monona Grove, where Coach Wilkey looked at this team and said that might be the worst loss in the history of Beaver Dam baseball. They turn around and become one of 2 teams to beat Monona Grove. A team that was 12-2 in conference. And then they finished the season off winning 3 of the last 4. Another McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit. That's resulting in a pitching change. Kyle Anderson gets the hook after an inning and a 1/3, giving up 1 run. And the runners on 1st and 2nd are his responsibility. A mini huddle going on down the first base side. Kitty corner between home plate and the Beaver Dam dugout. Coach Wilkey has talked so much this year about how he feels this team is a lot better than their record and their potential exceeds the output. They've had their fair share of blemishes today. 3 errors, that's not pretty, but Cedarburg's matched them in that category. Timely hitting though, phenomenal starting pitching from Freund. And here we are. So runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 down. Cedarburg looking to extend their current win streak to 4 and of course move on to play against their North Shore rivals. And the new pitcher on the mound, Mason Engelbert, number 2, southpaw. 0-1 with a save to his name so far this year in 7 2/3 innings pitched over the course of 3 appearances, 2 of which coming out of the bullpen. 2 strikeouts, 6 walks in that limited sample size. Control has been an issue for him when he has gone out there. Not a great margin for error here. Runners on 1st and 2nd already and working out of a 3-run deficit. Cedarburg's got to be thinking, look, can't really afford to give up much more. So they've scored 3 runs all game. It's Jarek Westover stepping in from a left side. Lefty-lefty matchup. Bryant on 2nd, Shave on 1st. Westover at the plate. 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch and a walk. He takes a ball low off the plate and in the dirt for ball 1. Nice block by Brezovar to freeze the runners. One out. Misses in the dirt. Both runners advance. Bryant to 3rd, Shave to 2nd. Some crucial potential insurance runs in scoring position. That's 8 stolen bags for Beaver Dam. infield playing way in now, anticipating the ground ball. 2-0. Catches the outer edge for strike one. As Westover watches it buzz by. He was hit by a pitch back in the fifth and was stranded on second. Two 1. Slides out of the zone. Ball 3. 3-1 hitters count. Just talked about the command issues that Engelbert has had this year. 6 walks and 7 2/3. Giving up first base, I guess, isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd have force outs everywhere with the bases loaded and 1 down. Optimal situation for Westover here. Gonna hit it if he likes it. He does not. That ball's in the dirt. Ball 4. Bases loaded with 1 down for Beaver Dam. The second time in the last 2 innings. None of the base runners have gotten on with a hit so far this inning. Beaver Dam's working off of a walk, a hit by pitch, and a walk. They left him loaded back in the fifth. Bases loaded, nobody down, and they couldn't put one across. Here's Jake Jolka with 1 down. First pitch to the righty. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. Jolka, 8 for his last 11, 5-game hitting streak now. He extended that in the fifth. Nowhere to put him. 0-1. Skips in for ball 1. It's blocked by Brezovar. His job becomes increasingly more important. Anything gets by him, and it's 7-3. As Bryant's ready to come home. 1-1. Poked back up the middle. Force out, taking it home. Throw to first. A 1-2-3 double play. Engelbert to Brezovar to Moses. And for the second inning in a row, Beaver Dam does strand the bases loaded. However, they score. Damon has quite the trip around the base paths. Walks, steals a base, and then capitalizes on a pair of errors. 6-3 Beaver Dam, 3 outs away from a regional final appearance when we come back.
Cheer. Now cheer louder. Any accomplishment worth doing is worth doing with all your heart and soul. The entire team at Hometown Glass and Improvement knows that dedication, time, and respect can lead to greatness. When practicing free throws, running for a touchdown, or installing new windows and doors, it is commitment to something larger than oneself that creates a legacy. So keep cheering for your hometown team. Hometown Glass and Improvement online at hometownglass.com.
Chris Klodowski Real Estate. As a realtor, there is such joy in driving past one of our clients' houses that is now the place they call home. Be it a first-time home buyer, a relocation to our community, or someone upsizing or downsizing. We are passionate about the place you call home and meeting your wants and needs each step of the way. We sell the houses, you make it a home. Questions? Give us a call, 920-219-9212. Klodowski Real Estate, your trusted real estate advisors.
6-3 our score as we head to the top of the 7th. Beaver Dam 3 outs away from headed to Hartford, where their postseason run last year ended in a sectional final. It'd be a regional final this year. Beaver Dam and Hartford squared off. It was a 4-1 loss in extra innings. We're a team that went 14-9 in regular season play, but caught fire in the playoffs. Looking to replicate that here after an 11-11 regular season. Damon still on the mound, the righty. Chucks strike 1 and clips the lower half against Engelbert, who is subbing in that 9-hole spot after taking over on the mound in the 6th. 0-1 from Damon, curveball outside for ball 1. One. Clips the inner half to make it 1-2. Damon looking to slam the door. Save opportunity for him. One, 2. High chopper, right side. Damon tracks it down on the hop, tosses to first, and that's one down. Cedarburg was building a little rally there in the top of the sixth. Made it a 5-3 ball game. Had some traffic on the base paths. But Damon was able to work around an error and a misplayed ball out in right field. Speaking of right field, Ben DeMaster taking over for Parker Blank. Freund still in center, Westover in left. Seifert at third, Bryan at short, Jolka at second, Shave at first, Wendorf behind the plate. Damon misses just outside for ball one to Owen Brezovar. It's 1 for 2 with a walk drawn. 1-0. Fastball. Clips the outer edge. Strike one. One at the knees for strike two. Reservoir couldn't believe that one. He takes a moment outside the batter's box, rehearses his swing a couple times. Steps back in before resting the bat over his shoulder. 1 down, 1-2. Skip slowing outside. Wendorf can't glove it, but no repercussions with nobody on base. 2-2. A 2-2 from Damon. Just a bit high. Wendorf tried to bring it down back into the zone. Held it there for that extra second. Payoff pitch on the way. Just 3 hits today for Cedarburg. Turned those into 3 runs, thanks to 3 errors in part. This one gulfed down the left side, and it's foul by a few feet. It's a screamer heading towards the fence. Rests in the gravel. Engelbert jogs out of a dugout to go retrieve it. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat. On the way. Misses up and in. There's a fastball, and Brezovar draws his second walk in as many plate appearances dating back to the 5th inning. 1 on, 1 down. Tying run now on deck for the Bulldogs. Here's Sam Moses. It's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. It was the starting pitcher on the hook for the loss. And he's powerful. He swipes through an off-speed pitch, low and inside for strike one. He's got all 4 of his team's home runs. Brezovar on first. Moses back in the left-handed batter's box. So 1. Skips low and in. Wendorf blocks it. And it's 1-1. Two teams, 1 ticket to the regional final. Out to find out who earns it. 1-1. This is up and in. 2-1. As Moses backs off, recollects himself. Adjusting the compression sleeves. He flips the back over his left shoulder. 2-1 neutral count. The pitch from Damon. Wave and a miss. He blew it by him. Moses pops the helmet off, readjusts the batting gloves, and steps back in to face a 2-2 count with 1 down and a runner on first. Cedarburg running out of outs to work with. Fastball misses up and away. Payoff pitch on the way. Moses, a senior utility player for the Bulldogs, trying to extend his career. As are seniors like Jake Jolka for Beaver Dam. 3-2. In on the hands and fouled off to keep the at-bat alive. Some of the better at-bats that we've seen the Bulldogs work today in this inning. Brezovar worked a full count and then walked. Full count here for Moses. And time called right before Damon comes home. It was mid-windup. Moses steps out and marches back in. 3-2. Skips low and in. Second walk given up by Damon. And the tying run steps up to the plate. Pressure a little heightened here. We have a McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit for Boston Damon. It's gone an inning and a third so far. Gave up those 2 runs in the top of the 6th. It's working with a 3-run lead. And that insurance run Beaver Dam had in the bottom of the 6th looking much more useful now with runners on first and second. No walks given up by Beaver Dam pitching until the 5th, and since then, we've had 4.
Now batting for Cedarburg is the center fielder, number 10, Elliott Wells.
And here's Elliott Wells from the right side. Brez over on second. Moses on first. Damon starts him off with some off speed. He buckles the knees for strike 1. Wells walked and came all the way around to score back in the 6th. Oh, 1 fastball misses high. Make it 1-1. Boston Damon, another one of those seniors, looking to extend his career. 1-1. Catches the inner half with a curveball. Make it 1-2. He walks back onto the mound with a little moxie. More strut to his step after that one. 1-2. Fouled off, straight back. That was heading right for me. Went hit the fence. Wells was on it. As he flips the bat over his right shoulder and steps back in. 1-2. Off speed, taken just high. Make it 2-2. Wells looking for his first hit in a while. Went 0 for 3 last Thursday to wrap up the regular season. 0 for 2 today. A punch into the gap could make it a 1-run ball game. Curveball just misses inside. Full count, 1 down, runners on first and second. Ground ball could end it. A home run would tie it. Still a lot to be decided. Curveball misses upstairs. Bases loaded. 3 walks given up in a row by Damon. And here's Colin Ehlers. Has the lone extra base hit today. Doubled back in the 6th and came around to score. Tying run on a first. Go ahead. At home, that's Ehlers. First pitch, curves inside for strike 1. Boston really working that inner half, trying to maybe cut off the swing. Force some weak contact. Infield playing conventional. Goes slider low and away for strike 2. 0-2 count. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him with 1 down. 6-3 Beaver Dam over Cedarburg. Winner goes to Hartford tomorrow. 0-2, wave and a miss. Damon reached into his back pocket and pulled out arguably his best pitch yet. A 3-pitch strikeout in response to 3 walks in a row. And it's 2 down. Graham Nowak. Steps in and takes low for ball 1. It's up to him, and it's up to Damon for Beaver Dam. There's nobody warming in the pen. Bases loaded, 1-0 count, 2 down. The pitch. Just misses. Fastball off the plate. Deep breath by Damon. 2-0. Curves inside and misses for ball 3. Likely red light here for Nowak. Damon's got to find the zone, nowhere to put him. 3-0. Middle for strike one. And now conversely, the light probably couldn't be greener for Nowak. The bases are loaded, his team down 3. And it's a 3-1 count. He calls time, takes the extra moment. Damon digs back in. Same with Nowak from the right side. Closed stance, shifted towards second, 3-1. Misses upstairs. Brezovar scores run number 4. It's now 6-4. Tying run advances to second. That's the 4th walk of the inning for Cedarburg. McKinstry's Home Furnishings mound visit. As Wendorf goes to talk Damon back down. Bring him down to earth. Damon Lonstein steps up with a huge opportunity. Bases loaded, 2 down. His team down 2. He swings first pitch. That's in on the fists, and he fouls it off for strike 1. Tying run 180 feet away, and Beaver Dam 2 strikes away from advancing to the second round. 0-1. Spiked low and away. Beautiful textbook block by Wendorf to keep it in front. Lonstein steps back in. And time called again. This time by Wendorf. Second mound visit we've seen the last couple minutes. Moses, the original starting pitcher for the Bulldogs, over on third. Wells at second. Nowak at first. Lonstein at the plate. The score 6-4. Beaver Dam scored the first 5. Cedarburg has scored 4 of the last 5. 1-1 from Damon. Pop fly to left center. Freund is over. And Westover calls him off to make the grab. Beaver Dam is heading to Hartford. A 6-4 victory, and quite the nail biter as they strand them loaded and keep that potential tying run potential over at second. Beaver Dam 6, Cedarburg 4. They travel to the regional final and are 1 step closer to state. They go to Hartford for their second game in 2 days. Game yesterday obviously being delayed to a first pitch time of 5 o'clock today. 5 to 7:36. That's a 2.5-hour ball game, and again, quite the nail biter between two teams. They're pretty evenly matched. Beaver Dam just blinked a couple times less, took advantage of the mistakes, and capitalized on 7 hits for 6 runs. Quite the ball game. We do have softball tomorrow on Daily Dodge TV and 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam at Oshkosh North High School for Beaver Dam softball against Watertown in a season rubber match with a ticket to state on the line. A huge thank you to our high school sports partners in Columbus Family Dental, Hometown Glass and Improvement, and the Beaver Dam Unified School District, as well as McKinstry's Home Furnishings, Klodowski Real Estate, Slumberland, Pizza Ranch, Home and Auto, the Park Village Shopping Center, Surefire, Richards Insurance, Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, the Landmark Credit Union, Preferred Dental Partners, and Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly. 6-4 your final. Beaver Dam moves on to Hartford to a regional final matchup and possibly some revenge as they fell to Hartford in the sectional final last year with a chance to go to state. Different stage, but still the postseason. That goes down tomorrow, as well as softball. For Jack Wilski back at the station, Justin Wilski here, video and audio engineering. I'm Corey Sparks. Pleasure to be with you here tonight, folks. We will see you tomorrow for some softball.
You're watching the Daily Dodge postgame show.